Welcome to my anime recap. Like and subscribe for more. The kingdom of Radil lives under the constant threat of dragon attacks, especially in the territory of Count Kurbek. Even right now, soldiers are struggling in a tough fight against these dangerous creatures. Suddenly, the black dragon appears, a beast known for destroying many towns, and moves towards the battlefield. To deal with the dragon, a witch named Monica also heads to the battle. Easy and peasy, she defeats the black dragon alone. No other mage can use magic without chanting like she can. Despite all this, Monica is very different from what people expect. This young and brilliant girl feels extremely nervous around others. She became a silent spellcaster only because she wanted to avoid speaking in front of people. Even with all her strength, she has no real belief in herself. 3 months go by quietly. Monica stays inside her small house, just like always. She does not like to go outside or talk to many people. A kind little girl from the village visits her often. This child brings food and speaks with a happy smile. She shares the story of the recent black dragon attack. She says the battle almost ended in disaster, but someone strong came to help. Everyone in the village now talks about the silent witch. This mage appeared in the most dangerous moment and saved everyone by herself. The child explains that the silent witch is one of the 7 sages, the most powerful magic users in the kingdom. The girl's voice is full of admiration when she describes how this witch defeated all the dragons alone. Monica listens in silence. Her simple clothes and quiet expressions say everything. It becomes clear that she is the same silent witch the little girl now looks up to. Not long after, the peaceful moment ends. Another person appears at Monica's door. This visitor is Lewis Miller, a fellow member of the 7 Sages. He does not come for small talk. He needs help with something important. Lewis already knows about Monica's special gift. She can use magic without speaking a word. This is rare. Monica gained this skill not out of pride, but because she struggled with fear. Her deep anxiety made it hard for her to speak in front of others. Instead of forcing herself to talk, she chose a different path. She trained to cast spells in silence, even though it took great effort. Louis now works as the bodyguard for the second prince, Felix. The first prince asked him to take on this duty. Louis takes the task seriously, but entering the prince's academy in secret is something he finds difficult and uncomfortable. To watch over the boy, he once made a special magic item. This item was supposed to warn him if danger came near. Louis spent many days building it with great care. Sadly, it broke the very next day. The prince gave no clear reason, only said it broke by accident. Louis now feels certain that Monica is the perfect person to enter the academy and watch over Prince Felix in secret. Monica tries to refuse at first. Her face turns pale and her body stiffens with stress. She hopes that Louis will change his mind. However, he keeps insisting. Monica finally gives in and agrees, though her heart feels heavy. Louis shares a fake background story for the mission. He speaks of a lonely girl adopted by a noblewoman. This noblewoman, a countess, later passes away. Her daughter never accepts the adopted girl as family. Instead, she treats her like a servant and continues to mock her without pity. One day, the noble daughter joins an academy for nobles. The poor servant girl must follow her there and serve her needs. This sad story is not just a tale. It is the cover Monica must now live through. She is the servant girl in this lie. The thought of it drains the little energy she has. Her familiar, a black cat named Nero, senses her discomfort. He gives her a warning in his own way. He wants her to run far away before things get worse. Monica knows that escape is not a real choice. Louis would search the entire world just to bring her back. She cannot avoid it. The next day begins with fear and doubt. Monica repeats an old nursery rhyme to herself in a quiet whisper. The sound helps her breathe slowly as she flies through the sky toward Louis' home. She tries to stay calm. At the house, Rosalie Miller greets her. Rosalie, the wife of Louis, notices that something is not right. Monica's face shows no joy or ease. Rosalie gently takes her aside to care for her, thinking the girl needs food or rest. However, what Monica truly needs is a way to escape this whole mission. The other part of the plan now arrives. Isabel Norton, the daughter of Count Kurbek, will play the part of the cruel stepsister. She steps into the role with too much energy. Her voice is loud, and her behavior is full of drama. She bullies Monica right away. This is not from hate. In fact, Isabel deeply admires her. She hides it with mean words and fake cruelty because she wants to help the plan succeed. The memory of the black dragon still lives strongly in Isabel's heart. That day, she thought death would come. She saw no hope, no way to survive. But then, the silent witch arrived. Monica drove the beast away with ease. Even when smaller dragons came to seek revenge, she destroyed them all without letting anyone get hurt. Monica stands alone in magical power. No one else in the world can use enchanted magic like she can. Her strength shows clearly during that battle. Dozens of magic circles appear at once. With one single strike, all dragons fall. Isabelle watched this scene and became a devoted fan. However, Monika does not share that feeling. She does not smile or feel proud when Isabelle says she will now bully her again and again to help the mission work. Monika thinks about something from her childhood. She remembers her father once gave her a measuring tape. It was not a toy, but she still played with it often. That simple object became special to her. Her father once told her that the human body is made of countless numbers. His words stayed in her heart, and the tape became a quiet symbol of that idea. It reminds her of his voice and his view of the world. Meanwhile, the student council at the academy is holding a serious meeting. A student has been caught stealing. The council is made up of several important students. Bridget Graham works as the secretary. Cyril Ashley takes the role of vice president. Another boy named Elliot also serves as the secretary. Their leader is none other than Prince Felix, who now sits at the center of the issue. The student in trouble, Aaron O'Brien, believes someone can rescue him. He tries to remember the person's face, but his mind fails him. Fear and pressure take over. In a moment of panic, he does something foolish. He rushes toward the prince, trying to attack him. The council responds quickly, and Aaron's actions bring his time at school to an end. He is expelled without delay. Later, Isabelle speaks to Monika. She gives her a careful rundown of all the student council members. Monika listens, trying to remember every name and role. Soon after, she walks toward her own classroom. Her steps are small and quiet. Her nerves rise again. When she reaches the front of the class, she cannot speak. A past memory of rejection keeps her frozen. No words come out. Because of this, the other students do not notice her. They show no interest. Only one girl reaches out. Lana Colette, a rich student with a kind heart, decides to speak with Monika. She notices the quiet girl's fear and tries to make her feel welcome. She even helps Monika fix her hair, hoping to bring her a little comfort. When lunch arrives, Monika wants to find a quiet space. She avoids the crowds and searches alone. Soon, she finds a beautiful garden hidden behind the buildings. It feels peaceful. Her heart begins to relax, but someone else is already there. A boy sits alone. Monika does not know it yet, but he is Prince Felix. She does not want to bother him, so she turns to leave. Before she can go far, Elliot appears. He steps in quickly and grabs her. He thinks she might be working with Aaron's family. In his eyes, this could be a plan to hurt the prince. Monika is simply in the wrong place at the wrong time, but Elliot does not know that yet. Monika becomes so flustered that her knees give in. She falls to the ground, and her lunch, just a handful of nuts, spills everywhere. Her heart races and her hands tremble. Before anything worse can happen, Felix steps in and tells Elliot to release her. He seems to trust that she is innocent. Just then, a vase crashes down from above. Felix does not hesitate. He moves to shield Monika from the danger. The vase shatters near them, but the real reason Monika loses consciousness is something else. Her face turns pale the second she sees the boy standing so close to her. She has a nightmare. She finds herself back in a painful memory. A man screams at her, his voice full of blame. He speaks harshly about her father, and the words cut deep. Her chest tightens with that old familiar fear. Her eyes open again later, heavy with confusion. She gets up slowly and walks back to her dorm room without saying a word. Nero, her familiar, waits for her there. He changes into human form to help her calm down. He encourages her to say something simple like thank you to the prince, but the words stay trapped inside her. She cannot even say them to Nero, even though he is not a real person. Nero suddenly goes quiet. He senses someone is nearby. A figure in a hood is standing at a distance. Monika watches him closely and quickly understands the truth. That figure is Felix. The morning after, the sky looks brighter. Monika tries to be brave. She finds Lana and gives her quiet thanks for fixing her hair. Her own attempt had ended in disaster. Her fingers could not manage it on their own. She asks Lana for help again, and a warm friendship begins between the two. This becomes her first little success since arriving at the academy. Later in the day, Elliot enters her classroom and tells her to follow him. She knows what is coming. He leads her to Felix. Her steps are slow, but her voice does not fail her this time. She says thank you to the prince, and then speaks about the night before. She says the man she saw had the same height and shape. She begins to rush out. She even talks about body types and measurements, something that surprises even herself. The details are strange, but they make sense to her. Felix stops pretending. He realizes she has figured him out, but more than that, he feels sure she is not someone trying to hurt him. She seems far too honest, far too nervous. Since Aaron was locked away, strange events have started happening around the student council. Everyone remembers how Aaron once hinted at having a partner. Now they worry that someone is planning something dangerous against Felix or the others. Elliot decides that Monica must help. She feels trapped once again. Her body tenses, but she nods. A second mission now stands before her, hidden under the first. She must protect Felix, but now she must also help uncover the true enemy hiding in the shadows. Someone drops a flower pot from the upper floor of the school building, targeting Felix in the backyard. Suspicions rise quickly, and Monica becomes suspected as an accomplice. She feels the pressure from others and knows she must act fast. She decides to find the culprit in order to clear her name. Monica deduces that the flower pot might have been dropped from the balcony on the 4th floor of the school building, and she heads for the music room on that floor. On her way there, however, she stumbles upon an altercation. A group of girls from her class is harassing Selma, the bride of Aaron. They sound loud and mean. At the same time, they are blocking the stairs to where Monica wants to go. Monica stops. She feels tense. The bullies have surrounded Selma, and Monica doesn't want to get involved. She just wants passage. Lana quickly notices the situation and goes up with Monica to make sure the girls will give them space. She speaks without fear and does not miss the chance of bad-mouthing them while doing so. Caroline, one of the girls, gets angry. Her face tightens with rage. She pushes Lana with force. Lana does not fall. Her feet stay firm. Monica, who is behind her, trips and falls down the stairs. It is more of a slide than a fall. Just as the slide begins, Monica ponders, in slow motion, what the best course of action is for her to stay safe and avoid embarrassment. The slide is fast, and her body hits step after step. She could not stop and tumbles and crashes into Cyril Ashley, the student council vice president. He is gracious and worries about her well-being. Caroline takes that as an opportunity to blame Lana for her mistake. Monica knows how someone can be deemed evil by everyone if they are an aristocrat. She tenses up. A flash of a burning building she watched as a child appears in her mind. The flames, the crowd, and the screams come back all at once. She musters up the courage to say she tripped and takes the blame all by herself. The others seem unsure, but no one questions her words. After that, she investigates the room where the mysterious person dropped the pot on her and Felix. She walks inside and starts looking around. She finds many clues, such as the person needing to book the room and needing another pot to stand on in order to reach the window. She goes to Felix and tells him Selma is the culprit. She explains what she has found. Selma tries to deny it, but Monica has many reasons for her suspicion. She found out that Selma had booked the room at the same time the incident happened. The time matches exactly. She also discovered Selma's dirty gloves in a trash can. They were hidden deep inside. Without a defense, Selma freaks out and begs them not to take Aaron away from her. The right thing to do would be to sentence her whole family to execution for trying to kill a noble. That is the rule. Felix thinks it is best to expel her from the academy instead. He stays calm and firm in his decision. Monica feels relieved. The weight on her chest becomes lighter. She sees the accounting reports and starts staring at them. The numbers do not look right. Many wrong numbers appear on the pages. The mistakes are clear and repeated. Felix appoints her as the new student council treasurer. He trusts her skills. She reviews all of their documents from the past 5 years in just a few hours. The work is fast and careful. Her speed and accuracy impress Felix and the council. When allowed to tell the truth, she tells them they have been sloppy. Her words are calm but honest. Cyril, the vice president, gets angry. He says nothing at first and keeps quiet. He checks her notes at night and sees she is right. The problems are real, but he also notices something strange about her handwriting. It feels unfamiliar. His head hurts when he leaves the room, and his eyes gleam red. The next day, Felix asks Cyril to help Monica understand her job, since he was the treasurer once. She gets scared, but is forced to be taught by him anyway. There is no other choice. Surprisingly, Cyril does everything to help her and admits she is great. He explains things with care and stays patient. He scolds her, not for doing anything wrong, but for not standing proud of her incredible skills. He says she should stop hiding her value. The day before, he had even questioned the students to understand what really happened and punished Caroline. He made sure the truth came out. Monica feels happy. A small smile appears on her face, but then she lowers her eyes and says she can't ever be proud of herself. A memory returns to her mind when a boy said something hurtful to her. The words still stay with her. They start bickering. Cyril grows impatient and wants her to speak louder. Monica tries, but says she can't. The mood turns tense again, but they keep working together. At night, Cyril walks alone with all the documents in his arms. He is on his way to deliver them to Professor Thornless. Something about that strikes him the wrong way, and he stops for a moment in the hallway. In a few seconds, he starts walking straight ahead again, without looking back. Later that night, someone unexpected visits the academy. It is Rin, the familiar of Louis. She brings a message for Monica. Louis has become a father. Monica hears the news with her small cat Nero beside her. She feels happy for Louis. The peaceful moment does not last long. Both Monica and Rin feel something strange in the air. Something is very wrong. A huge burst of ice mana has appeared near the boys' dormitory. The magic is wild, and it is growing stronger every second. Monica, Rin, and Nero run toward the source. Behind the dorm, they reach a small forest. There they see a terrible scene. Cyril is in the middle of a storm made of ice magic. The air is freezing, and the ground is covered in ice. It seems like Cyril's own magic has gone out of control. With a surge of mana, sharp ice spikes form around him, and snow and frost fly in every direction. His body is getting trapped by the ice. His eyes look empty and full of fear. It becomes clear that Cyril does not mean to do this. He is having a magical outburst. He cannot stop it. Monica understands the danger. If this continues, Cyril may get badly hurt. The whole dormitory could turn into a frozen ruin. Nero tries to help. The cat runs toward Cyril, but the moment it touches him, a force throws the cat away. Monica notices that he has an amulet that should prevent that, but it's malfunctioning, so she prepares herself to stop the boy. With focused determination, she conjures a powerful burst of fire magic. Bright hot flames roar to life in her hands, illuminating the dark night. Monica directs the flames toward the advancing ice. Fire clashes with frost in a burst of steam and crackling energy. At the same time, she surrounds Cyril with a barrier of warmth, gradually melting the ice around him. The fierce flames begin to suppress and consume the storm of freezing mana. Cyril breaks free from the icy prison and collapses to the ground. Exhausted, shivering, but alive, Monica repairs his amulet. A flashback shows that Cyril's adoptive father gave him the amulet as a cherished gift. After his father's death, the man took him in and gave him a new family. Yet Cyril's biological family never accepted him. His mother sees only his father in him, a man who was cruel to her. Now, Cyril strives relentlessly to prove his worth to her. Monica realizes this isn't just a case of mana overload. Cyril's mind has been tampered with. The pieces of the puzzle begin to fall into place. She recalls the recent irregularities in the student council's financial records and how Cyril's behavior suggested he had suspicions of his own. He may have uncovered the truth that Professor Thornley was behind the tampered accounts. If that's the case, Thornley had a clear motive to silence him before the truth emerged. It seems that the professor had set a magical trap within the ledger Cyril was carrying, causing his mana to spiral out of control. While the boy dreams and recovers, Monica sets off to confront the real culprit. She moves quietly through the halls toward the faculty offices. At this late hour, the academy is dark and mostly deserted. She knows Thornley may still be trying to cover his tracks, especially after the chaos outside. Sure enough, she finds Professor Thornley just outside the offices, clutching documents and attempting to destroy or alter evidence. Caught red-handed, he freezes when he notices her. The quiet, shy girl he once overlooked him now stands before him with unwavering resolve. Monica calmly declares that she knows everything, the financial manipulation and the attack on Cyril. Thornley's face drains of color. Panic flickers in his eyes as he realizes he's been exposed by none other than the Silent Witch herself. Knowing he can't talk his way out, Thornley resorts to a desperate measure. He channels his mana and casts a forbidden spell, mind control, aimed at bending Monica's will, erasing her memories of the discovery, or even forcing her obedience. He assumes the timid girl will be easy prey for his advanced magic, but Thornley has made a grave mistake. Monica may appear quiet and unassuming, but she is an extraordinarily powerful mage. Without saying a word, Monica counters the mind manipulation spell. She then refines and redirects his own spell against him, altering his mind with far greater control. The proud professor is instantly incapacitated and collapses to the floor. In the days that follow, the academy grapples with the fallout of his crimes. Once the authorities are alerted and the evidence is brought forward, Thornley is formally arrested for both financial fraud and malicious misuse of magic. The student council's records are recovered and corrected, and the missing funds are accounted for. The revelation shocks the entire school, a trusted professor at the heart of the scandal, but relief soon replaces disbelief as the culprit is brought to justice. Meanwhile, Wildianu, the water spirit, informs Felix of the condition of Cyril and what has transpired, though he remains unaware of the involvement of Monica. Despite that, Felix remains suspicious of her. He speculates that she might be a spy, a protector, or even an assassin, someone who clearly wasn't fooled by any of his tricks. Cyril finds Monica sleeping in the student council room and treats her with care, letting her rest and taking a pen out of her hand. Then, he notices the resemblance between her tiny hand and that of the person who saved him. Before he can think more though, Felix arrives and sees him with the girl. Cyril pretends to be angry with the girl for being half asleep in the sacred library. Meanwhile, elsewhere, Louis shares his thoughts about Monica with Rin. Though he considers himself a genius, he openly admits Monica is a monster, in power and in mystery. And because of that, part of why he chose her for the mission is to bully her, as she likes to bully the strong. He's enjoying that he'll have a chance to do the same with Felix. Later, the student council is caught off guard when Cyril begins treating Monica as one of their own. He even offers to help with her next task. She has to greet all the school's club members, something he knows she dreads. Suddenly, screams rise across the town when a monster appears and begins destroying everything in its path. Monica uses her magic and quickly learns it is an earth dragon. Nero is annoyed, saying he only came to eat, not fight dragons. Glenn Dudley arrives and attacks with a fireball, but the dragon is unharmed. Nero, watching from above, wonders why Glenn doesn't use a smarter angle. Monica explains that casting 2 spells at once is difficult for most people. Since she can do it, Nero thought everyone could. Glenn prepares another spell. Monica casts her own at the same time. Glenn's magic creates a cloud of smoke, and in that moment, Monica finishes the dragon in secret. The knights of the city arrive and praise Glenn for defeating the monster. With the danger over, Monica tells Nero to move, but he rubs his head against hers like a cat and asks for chicken as a reward. Before Monica can wonder if any shops are open, vendors return and shout that business has resumed. Nero finds humans very strong for getting back to normal so fast. Monica, however, starts to doubt herself. Nero gently lifts her head and says she doesn't seem scared of his human form anymore. Monica finally admits she might have gotten a bit stronger. At the academy, teacher Lindsay Pale feels overwhelmed. She now has to take over Thornley's class. Soon after, William Mackergan, known as the Waterbite Mage, is introduced as the new fundamental magecraft teacher. He once served as an honorary professor at Minerva, the top school for mages. He also trained at the Silent Witch and the Barrier Mage before they became part of the 7 Sages. William doesn't enjoy the title and finds it boring. Inside the student council office, Glenn asks Monica about her elective classes. She hasn't chosen any. Elliot asks if she plays any instruments, since nobles often study the arts. Monica says she doesn't. Cyril is placed in the advanced practical magecraft class and says magic is just as noble. Elliot and Cyril exchange serious looks. They don't agree. Felix suddenly brings up Cyril's voice, saying he hears him sing in the archive room. Cyril becomes nervous and quickly leaves to get papers. Felix turns to Elliot and says he wants to hear Elliot play the violin with Cyril one day. Then he tells Monica to take magecraft as her elective. Monica feels unsure and quiet, but she remembers Louis once said to answer, "I'll think about it," when she feels pressured. Felix offers to take her to the class, and Monica repeats the phrase. Felix happily decides to pick her up the next day. The next morning, Monica walks beside Felix through the academy. She asks if he practices magic, but the prince says he has no talent for it. They soon meet Glenn and Neil. Glenn is excited to see Felix, and Monica remembers that Glenn is the one who fought the dragon. Glenn says he just transferred this fall and is in Neil's class. Monica introduces herself, and Glenn shakes her hand too strongly. He gives them roasted chestnuts from town. Felix says a dragon appeared there, and Glenn pretends not to know anything. Glenn asks about Monica's electives. Felix says she's joining magecraft class. Glenn and Neil are also going, so they walk together. Monica tries to stay calm, thinking nobody knows who she is. But when she enters the room and sees Professor Mackergan, she loses hope. Thankfully, his poor vision keeps him from recognizing her. Felix tells the professor they are new students. Mackergan tells them to sit anywhere. He starts the lesson and says mana is the most important part of being a mage. A level of 50 is normal. Over 100 is strong. Over 150 means the person might become one of the 7 sages. Monica becomes more anxious when he starts talking about the Silent Witch. She feels worse when he praises her old work and uses her formulas for the test. The professor says people with good control over mana can use magic even if they don't understand formulas. Then he shows a mana measurement device. His reading shows 160. The blue glow means his element is water. He tells the students it is their turn. Glenn becomes excited. He dreams of joining the sages. Monica remembers her own last reading. It was 202, and she has only grown stronger since. She hides behind others and tries to leave. Before she can go, the professor senses something familiar in her. Then the device breaks due to Glenn's mana. Mackergan complains, and Monica slips out of the room. Far enough away, Monica remembers the reading on the device. Showed Glenn had a mana level over 250. Only 2 of the 7 sages have that much power. A loud voice catches her attention. Students are playing chess. Monica doesn't know what it is. Elliot appears and explains the rules. He says chess is like war, and nobles must know how to plan. Monica understands the logic right away and surprises the others with her thoughts. Elliot chooses to play without his queen. Monica starts first. Elliot begins to worry as the game becomes harder for him. He decides to use a move Monica doesn't know. After he explains it, Monica realizes she has lost and admits defeat. A large man walks over and asks for her name. Monica freezes. Elliot says her name. The man hands her a letter and tells her to attend class. Later in her room, Monica is overwhelmed. Nero helps calm her. She feels she cannot take Magecraft under Macrogan. She cries and asks Nero what she should do. Nero comforts her with his soft paws. The next day, Monica thinks about chess. She enjoyed the game. Elliot appears and talks to Cyril about a strange drawing. Cyril says it shows a bull and a wheel, but it looks strange. He says it's the merchant crest. Marie knows it's wrong but stays quiet. Monica shows the real Abbott Company crest. Elliot realizes something is off and takes Monica to see the merchants. Cyril watches them leave. Bridget says he's being too protective. Elliot walks with Monica and thinks about the chess game. He says he was wrong to use an unfair move. Monica then says the merchant crest is fake. It has 10 axles instead of 12. She is sure of it. Elliot tells her to get the guards. The fake merchant pulls a dagger. Elliot stands in front, ready to defend. Monica uses lightning magic to scare a horse. The horse charges and knocks the enemies down. Monica puts them to sleep. The horse keeps running. Monica screams. A girl appears and stops the horse. Elliot catches the criminals and calls the guards. Monica thanks the girl. She introduces herself as Casey Grove. Casey tells Monica to pet the horse and says not to be so formal. She talks about working with animals in her hometown. Monica knows the pig song Casey mentions because of the numbers in it. Casey pulls Monica to a wagon. The sunset glows above. Casey invites her to take horse riding lessons. Monica feels unsure, but Casey says it's fine for beginners. Monica agrees and asks to learn. Casey says she'll help. Later, Monica sleeps at her desk, and Nero is surprised that she has chosen chess and horse riding as her electives. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to smash the like and subscribe buttons. Hit the bell icon to stay tuned in for the next. Until next time, stay thirsty, my fellas.